What's going on, Beaches? Welcome back to Ask Papa Swolio. Thank you so much for being here. It's your boy Papa Swolio. Make sure you hit the subscribe button for some more extra thirsty Ask Papa Swolio, and of course, the Daily Swole podcast. We got Tessie writing shoddy. She's going to help with the questions today. So what's going on, Tessie? You beautiful beach. You beautiful sexy beach. You're so sexy. Remember, drop your comment, your question in the comments below with the hashtag Ask Papa Swolio, and I would love to feature you in an upcoming episode. Let's get into today's question. This one is from Daniel Midgley. Midgley? I like it. It's a good name. It's a strong name. So Daniel says, Papa Swolio, I'm 17 and I'm trying to get into shape for better living and more activity. I eat pretty good. I eat a lot of fish, chicken, steak, and vegetables. My problem is my family. I'm the only one that eats healthy. My family eats chips and pizza and cupcakes, and they drink sodas and juices. I know I'm supposed to have restriction, but there have been many times when I've seen people eating and almost gave into eating. I've tried to get my mom to not to buy some foods, but she always says that I'm not the only kid in the house and the younger children like these foods. I can't just change my community because it's my family. I'm trying to lead by example, but it has been 3 months since I started dieting and exercising, and still no one has listened. What do I do? Well, Daniel, this is a tough question to answer because, especially with people that are locked inside and that don't have, you're living with family. But again, like you said, it's really hard to change your community. Now, for those of you that don't know, community is pillar number 1 of the 7 pillars of Swolenormous. If you are interested in learning more, check out the link in the description down below for swolenormousx.com. You could download your free copy at the top of the page. It's in a big red bar. You could download the 7 pillars. But community, mowing your lawn, taking out the trash, unfollowing, unsubscribing, ditching people that you used to spend time with that don't add value, that are just sucking your life away, that's what you have to avoid. Okay, so that's what community is all about. Community, environment, videos you watch, podcasts you listen to, books you read, the people you spend time with, your environment, your surroundings. So family, that's a tough one. It's going to be really tough for you to remove yourself from that because they are your family. Now, you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family. So you need to go internal on this, Daniel. You're going to have to lead by example, but literally do it and see if you can leverage that for yourself. So for example, it's not so much, here are my recommendations. Okay, first off, you're 17, so you can easily be well on your way to moving out sooner rather than later, depending on your situation. You can get out on your own soon. You're pretty much an adult. I mean, technically, I don't think you're really an adult till like your mid-20s, because the way I was when I was 17 is nothing like, but you might be going to college, you might be doing trade school. I don't know what your plans are, but you're towards the end of when you need to be under your family's roof. You know what I'm saying? You can, fend for yourself. So, one, I'm really proud of you and happy to hear that you're taking care of your health, that you're going that direction, because this is going to set you up for the rest of your life. And as a 17-year-old, man, you are well ahead of the curve. So there's no rush. These are habits that you're setting for the rest of your life. And just being aware of this is a huge advantage for you. So let's look at this first. Let's start with the area where you said, my problem is my family. Now, your family is not your problem. You should be grateful, and I think you are, that you have a family. You have a family that is feeding you and that you're able to live around. You don't have a choice, so you have to deal with this. You're the only one that eats healthy. So you're saying that you can eat healthy. Your mom will buy you certain foods, like you made requests. The issue that I see here is that where you say, I've tried to get my mom to not buy some foods. Right here. I've tried to get my mom to not buy some foods, but she says, I'm not the only kid in the house. The younger children like these foods. Of course they do. Everyone likes these foods. They're horribly addictive. Everyone likes these foods. That's an excuse. Your mom's probably addicted too. And I don't say that like she's an addict, but I'm saying like, everyone's hooked on these foods. It's habits. If you're used to eating certain foods, if you're used to having cereal for breakfast, you think that cereal is necessary in the morning. That drinking fucking like fluffy grains in literal just like sugar water, white sugar water, is good for your health. That's a breakfast. It's worthless. It's worthless. That's my opinion and my experience. So you can comment down below. I don't even eat breakfast. It's not necessary. So like you think about what certain foods are. People associate certain foods with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Food is food. Your fuel should be consumed, whether it's morning or evening. When you're eating, you eat your fuel. You eat the food that you should be eating. There's no breakfast food. Like, I don't eat eggs at night. Ooh, breakfast for dinner. You mean eggs? Oh, I don't eat steak in the morning. It's food. It's food. And if you're eating good food and the right food for you, elimination diet, all that good stuff, again, explained in more detail in the 7 pillars. So in all other videos, I've talked about the elimination diet. And also check out my podcast. I've talked about this many times. You can ask me questions live too. Again, drop your question in the comments with the hashtag AskPapaSwole to be featured in an upcoming video episode of APS. So look, getting your mom to not buy foods, it's not going to work. You're not going to get people to eliminate foods. But if you are, hey, maybe you want to get involved with cooking, like, hey, you want to help preparing foods, you want to get into like cooking your own food. If you're able, or if your mom is purchasing foods that you wish to have and you're preparing it yourself, and if she's like, no, I'm not making that, I'm not making 2 dinners, I get it. Mothers have a lot to deal with. So you can say, hey, no, I'll make it. I want to learn how to cook. I'm enjoying learning this. I'm following all this stuff about health and fitness. Like, I really want to get involved. Like, is that okay if I make my own food, or if I make food and I could even make it more for the family if anyone wants it? That could be a great way where you can actually integrate and share. First off, you get your good food, you make it yourself, and you're leading by example. And if you make food and other people like it, they're going to want to eat that food more, and they might feel better and they want it more, right? You lead by example. That's what I see as like the best option. And then meditation, plugging into the Swole fam, watching the Daily Swole, all that stuff can really help keep you focused. And that's your community. That's your surroundings. When you surround yourself with good people like the Swole fam, on the Daily Swole podcast, we go live every day because every day is when you have to get it done. It's every day. This is a constant thing. And you might be living at home for the next couple of years, and that's important to learn how to deal with this and navigate it. You can't parent your other siblings because your mother and your father are the parents. And you say, I'm trying to lead by example. That's how you can lead by example. That's what I see as the best option, is you get involved with cooking, you get involved with preparing meals for yourself. If you're able to get the raw ingredients, you can handle that and offer to make extra. Or when you make food for you, make extra. Make a little bit extra. Make a little bit extra so people can try. Like, hey, try this. What do you think? And for all they know, you're just passionate about cooking. You're getting interested in cooking and making your own food. It's self-sufficient. It's self-sustaining. Everyone should respect that, because that's how you take care of yourself in this world. You're able to make your own food. What mother wouldn't like that? You know, her son helping in the kitchen, getting more involved, interested in cooking, making a meal for himself, one less meal or volume that she has to make. You just don't want it to be a situation. Some mothers and some family members are like this. When you eat your own food, it's like an insult. They take it as a personal, oh my God, they don't like my food. They don't love me. So it needs to be delivered in that sense. You need to be aware of that your mom might feel, boxed out, that her son doesn't like her cooking and she failed as a mother. People can go off and create their own story in their head, but I think involve yourself in the cooking process. If you're able to get the raw ingredients that you need to eat healthy and you make your own food, you can get other people excited about it too. That's leading by example. That's my experience and my thoughts on the matter. Everyone else, drop a comment down below. Maybe you can add some more context to help Daniel out, because this can be a sensitive situation and every family is different. And of course, I only know as far as the context in this question. But if you want your question featured right here on the show, make sure you drop your question in the comments down below with the hashtag AskPapaSwole. Do you have anything to add, Tessie? Yeah, you agree. Do we actually agree for once? Is that legit? Really? You're so emotional, man. We never agree on anything. You're intense. You're an intense beach. All right, fam. Again, drop your question in the comments below. What are your thoughts? What have you done? I think that's even maybe a better way to go at this. What have you done? For those of you, a lot of you have husband, wives, brothers, sisters, friends, coworkers that have gone through this. So I think a lot of other context and feedback from your personal experiences will go a long way for Daniel and his situation. Again, in closing, family is tough. Family is legit tough, because you can't convince someone to get rid of all these foods and change their life. Like, you can't convince someone to do that. They're going to do it if they want to. They have to be inspired to have that intrinsic passion to fucking ignite that. And then you could pour gasoline on that fire, but you're just getting into this and just got to lead by example more. And that's my thought. So meditation helps a lot, doing it your way. doing it for you like you're doing. And my advice right there. And anyone else that's dropping a comment down below, check out those comments, Daniel, so you can get some more context. Thanks for your question. Again, drop your question in the comments with the hashtag AskPapaSwole to be featured, and check out the other things on this channel, Extra Thirsty, the Daily Swole podcast, and all that right here. And of course, Papa Swole over on TikTok. I do some questions over there too as well. And the Daily Swole on Instagram, as well as Swolenormous on Instagram. And of course, the Swolenormous channel here on YouTube for some more salty sack. But I'll see you next time. All those links are down below for swolenormousx.com and the 7 pillars, etc. Peace out, beaches. I will see you for the next APS. Bye.
Swole fam, y'all better run this up. KD, let's go. Yeah. Aye, East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, you know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, you know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang.